Hello everyone, my name is Mocha Panda. Welcome back to another lesson called Lei Wulong's Drunken Lessons. So today we're going to be talking about Dragon Stance. Now, many newer Lei players, intermediate Lei players, don't really understand what Dragon Stance does or how powerful it actually is. Many suggest that, like, oh yes, Panther Stance is actually quite better, Tiger Stance is way better than Dragon Stance, why would I use Dragon Stance for any occasion? Well, for that matter, Dragon Stance has a lot of unique properties that make it really powerful. It does have its own weakness, but that really depends on its strings. But I would probably say Dragon Stance is Lei's more aggressive. Not compared to Tiger Stance, because I would say Tiger Stance is probably the best stance for Lei that you can ever play on Lei. But Dragon Stance does a lot of mind games with your opponent. It has a high crush property like Panther, but you have to do that dip. So you have to go forward or backward. Mostly the forward part. You get that high crush property more accurately and frequently. But you have to time it well. Anyway, point being, yeah, Dragon Stance, in my opinion, it's very underrated. If you guys watched my videos in the past, or still do today, I use Dragon Stance a lot. I'll probably do back two, which is called Deceiving Swallow, I believe. And I would hold forward, and then I'll go into Dragon Stance, and I'll do my little mix-up, blah, blah, blah. Life is great, life is not strange, etc., etc. But yeah, Dragon Stance. So, in my opinion, Dragon Stance is like upper top tier, right alongside to Tiger Stance. Some Lei players may disagree on that. They may say that Panther Stance is way better than Dragon Stance, or they may say Snake Stance is better than Dragon Stance. Well, let's talk about Dragon Stance unique properties. Well, for once, it has a couple. Dragon Stance does have a couple ways to how you can get into Dragon Stance, if that makes sense. So, the basic normal way is from 5 gates, 3 plus 4, 1. So this is Dragon Stance. Look at him. He's pretty nice. Movement is very nice. Very, very nice. So you can really juke the opponent, play with them a little bit, go back and forth, make them whiff, blah, blah, blah. And notice how Lei is turning to the right, if that makes sense, because I'm just moving back and forth. But Lei is going to the right a little bit, as you guys can see right here. So similar to Phoenix Stance, as I talked in my last video, Dragon Stance has the same properties. It's just a little bit more noticeable. But say like you're facing a live opponent, their character is gonna track towards your character. But if you're in Lei's Dragon Stance, it can really, how can I put it? It can mess up someone's combo if the character is not lined up correctly. If you experienced it in any live match that you played before, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yes. So this is one unique property that Dragon Stance has. It's very, very fluent, very flows like water type of stuff. Really nice. It's really good movement. I would recommend it very dearly. Similar to Tiger Stance, you can just go back and forth. But Tiger Stance has better movement in my opinion, because you can cancel out the movement and go backwards and really play with your opponent. But for Dragon Stance, you can really stay in one place. You can go back and forth. It's a little bit trickier, but if you can get down the movement timing with Dragon, Tiger, but specifically those two, then you're going to really unlock a new level of like potential for Lei, if that makes sense. One of his core strengths is just, again, like I always talk in my videos, he's an illusionary character. Anyway, so enough about me rambling. Let's actually get into the meat potatoes and all that good, beautiful stuff. Anyway, so yeah, here's one way. Again, 3 plus 4, 1. This is your regular Dragon Stance. Another way, one of my favorite ways to go into Dragon Stance is back 2. Back 2, it has a high crush property. So what I mean by high crush property is, you see that's a high. If I do 1, which is square, it says high. The game is telling me that that punch is a high. So there is a high, mid, low. All right, those are the 3 hit properties, if that makes sense, that you should understand. There's also special middle, which is low parryable, and there's grabs, but that's whatever. And then there's unblockables, which that exclamation point is. But right now, anyway, there's high, mids, and lows. So what I mean by high crush, it crushes highs. So it means it destroys highs. So back 2 is probably your best friend. It comes out 17 frames. It's plus 4 on hit. But if you want to go into Dragon Stance, you do back 2. And what I mean by back 2, back triangle, and then you hold forward, as you can see. So I'll reset look at my notations. Back 2, forward. See it? You see it makes sense. Right there. See? Back 2, and then I press forward. Simple. Right there. I do it awkwardly, but as long as you get the back 2 and then you press forward and hold forward, then that's all you need to do. And then you go into Dragon Stance. So again, as I talked about in my past videos, anytime Lei transitions into a stance, he will lose frames, plus frames. Or he'll go in way deeper negative frames. So he can be launch punishable, even more minus on block, which is bad. But Lei's transitions to stances are a double-edged sword. Just, you gotta remember that. But if you get a hit with back 2, you're plus 2, and if you go into Dragon Stance, you're plus 2. So you're plus 2, and you're safe. You're pretty much safe, which is my favorite way to go into Dragon Stance. Another way you can go into Dragon Stance is, remember this? Remember Snake Stance? How 2-2-2, this string, blah blah blah. Well, if you do 2 and hold forward, oh, wrong one. I'm not in Snake Stance. If you do 2, hold forward, you go into Dragon Stance, and you're plus 6, which is nice, right? That's great. And the same thing if you do 2-2 from Snake Stance, press forward, hold forward, you're plus 7 on hit, all right? There's a very big difference between on hit and on block. So there is another way to go into Dragon Stance. Another way you can go into Dragon Stance is Sidestep 1. And why am I talking about this? This is not used as much, but it does have this unique property. Anyway, you can go from 2 stances, Tiger and Dragon. With Sidestep 1, you sidestep and then hold down. So I'll do it again. Oh, wrong one. Right there. See? Sidestep 1, hold down, and then you go into Dragon Stance. Now, if I did Sidestep 1 up... Oh, wrong way. I mean, Sidestep 1, hold forward. My bad. You go into Tiger. So either way, if you go Sidestep 1, down, or up, you go into Dragon Stance. If that makes sense. Simple, right? Yeah, so let's do it again. Sidestep 1, go down or up, either or, then you go into Dragon. If you do Sidestep 1, 4, you go into Tiger, all right? There you go, simple. All right, so another way you can go into Dragon Stance, forward neutral, so forward, when he does Razor Rush stance, pretty much, forward neutral, and then 4, 1, 2, 2. And he goes back to that. Similar to Snake 2, 2, or 2. It's the same thing. Really the same thing. Oh shit. Yeah, YouTube curse. YouTube curse. There you go. So it's the same thing. It's the same concept. So that is another way you can go into Dragon Stance. That stream will come in handy later. Alright, so let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses about Dragon Stance. So Dragon Stance, very good movement, as I talked about, has a high crush property, goes to the right a lot if you just keep going back and forward. So it really depends on you how you want to play with it, but this is a good stance that Lei has. His first move is a grab. You can block it by pressing 1. So if you do Dragon Stance 1, there's 35 damage, and you can break it by 1. So what I mean by 1 is square. That is square. So in Tekken notation, a lot of people say 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 is being square, 2 being triangle, 3 being X, and then 4 being circle. So just to make sure I'm clear with that, because someone was commenting that they were confused when I was saying 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 3 plus 4, etc. Anyway, so yeah, so Lei has a grab, and it's broken by 1. It's the only grab that he has in Dragon Stance. It's very good. It creates some distance, as you guys can see. So it gives you a little space to reset neutral between you and your opponent. But another thing about that, you can cancel out. So you press 1, hold back, and you can fake out your opponent. They're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna press 1, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just twirling. Life is great. I'm just holding back. Life is great, blah, blah, blah. So you can do this. Just fake them out. Just play with them. And then boom. Look at that. See? So Lei has his special properties that comes with Dragon Stance, and this is one of them. It's just faking it out. Again, I always talk about how Lei is an illusionary character, but once you get that down, you're going to use that into your playstyle, and you're going to fake a lot of people out, unless they're smart cookies, and they'll actually beat your ass about that, and punish you for that matter. So yeah, this is Dragon Snap. It's a grab. It has good range. So there's that. And another way to break it is pressing square. Dragon's Roar. So Lei has 2 ways to go into Tiger. So this is one of them. So Dragon's Roar, if you press 2 in Dragon Stance and hold 4, you go into Tiger Stance. So that's one way to go into Tiger. If you just do a normal hit, it creates distance between you two, which is nice, and is also a mid. I can... Oh, wrong one. Oh, wrong one. You too, Chris. Stop it. There you go. Thank you. So on counter hit, it launches, and then you can do a combo. So that's one way you can do that. So it does have a counter hit. It launches in the air, and you can combo after that. Block, just to show you guys, just to be sure, is +4 if you don't go into Tiger. Now, if you do go into Tiger, it's -2. So there's that. Just take precaution in that, but it does counter hit, as you guys can see. I'll do it again. Oh, we're on block. But still, yeah, +4. Do this. You can do the normal combo and get more damage. But yeah, on counter hit, you can get a combo after that. But it's also your decision if you go into Tiger Stance. So that's also the mind game you gotta play with yourself. You're like, oh, I'm not gonna go into Tiger Stance, and I'm just gonna do regular. And plus, it's +4, which is nice. It's great. This is a good move for Lei, and it's a mid. Also very nice, and it's pretty fast. It comes out 17 frames, which is also great. Anyway, continuing on, Kuju Kick. I talked about this in my Panther video. This move is fast. It's 16 frames, +4 on hits. But the problem with this is that if you transition to Crane, you're going to get launch punished, if they know how to punish you on that. So, say like good old Mr. Lei over here. He does this. Alright, let's do that. That's a punish. And that's just Crane hop kick. That's a punish right there. See? So just be careful. It is launch punishable. Alright, just to show you guys. But on hit, it's +4. -3 on hit if I go into Crane. So just take precaution if you don't, if you do use it, if you plan to go into Crane. Again, Lei is just one of those characters. He's a double-edged sword. He will lose a lot of frames if he transitions to another stance. On block for Kuju Kick, it's -13 if I remember correctly. Yeah, -13 if you don't go into Crane. And if you hold forward, it's -20, which is launch punishable. So there's that. Just to let you guys know. It's a good move, but not really. It's pretty bad. Only uses if you know your opponent is waiting for the mid, waiting for the head snap, the grab, or waiting for this string. Only uses if you really need to. But it's a fast low. It does decent damage. So just be careful when you're using it. It does 14 damage, which is alright. It's okay. It's okay. It's not that bad. It's alright. So Kuju Kick, just remember that. Just be careful. Still good though, in its own way, if you need to. Okay, Wolf Strike. So this string is this. Oh, wrong one. Nope, not that one. That's the string. Not 4/4. Come on. It's that string. So it's 4 neutral, 4 1 2 2 2. It's just this string. That's all it is. But you can do that string in Dragon Stance, which is nice. It's pretty good. See, pretty nice. Now the thing about Dragon Stance and this string specifically is that you can keep doing the same thing because you go back into Dragon Stance. If you do the 4th button, the 4th button, which is 2, so 4 1 2 2. If you keep doing that, you can repeat the pressure. But sometimes some opponents will mash, a dick jab right here, the good old dick jab, or a high, or a mid, in that matter, and they won't allow you to continue that. So you can keep doing this. It's a high, mid, 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 and you hold forward, and you keep going back to Dragon Stance, and then you repeat your pressure. So say I want to keep doing this, and then I go to Kuju Kick, and then I go into Crane. Boom. Life is great. I missed that combo. That's embarrassing. But other than that, yes. So Wolf Strike is very nice. Wolf Strike also goes in a Tiger. So if you do 4 neutral, 4 1, you go and hold forward. and you hold forward, you go into Tiger. So that's just something else. I'll talk about that in my next video. But yeah, Dragon, you can use this string. It's very good string in my opinion. It keeps the pressure up. Just remember your frames. That's all I'm gonna say. Just to be clear. So if I were to go into Tiger stance, that's -3. If I just did the 4, it's -11. It's a high. If I did 4-1, it's -1. It's all right. It's pretty good. I lose my turn, but I don't lose it significantly. Now, if I did the 3rd hit, which is -10, if they know how to punish you on that, it's going to be just a 10-frame punish. Not bad. Not good either. Now, if I did the 4th one, I'm -4, which is pretty good. It's all right. It's okay. But, you know, -1 is way better than -4. But you still go back into Dragon Stance. Now, if I weren't to go back in Dragon Stance, I'm -12. I'm -12. So you got to make the decision to go back into Dragon Stance. As you can see, that's -12 if I don't go into Dragon Stance. -4 if I do go into Dragon Stance. Again, Lei is an illusionary character. He's also a double-edged sword. I keep telling you, everyone this. Just know your frames on your strings. And once you do, you can keep the pressure up. And just keep bullying people. And then play with them. And then go back, blah, blah, blah. And just, you know, keep the pressure up. But yeah. And also, you can go into Panther. I forgot about that too. And then hold forward, same thing. Panther, Panther life, gang. Anyway. So yeah, that's Wolf Strike. Just remember that. Okay, rush combo mid kick. This string. This string has a lot of weaknesses. It's not great whatsoever. And then there's a reason why. So, Dragon Stance, it's this. Oh shit. There you go. So there's 2 versions. There's a mid kick and a low kick. The mid kick has a special, unique Tekken property. I don't remember the exact name. It's like a I forgot what Avoiding the Puddle has stated about this. It's a special stun that Tekken has. There's the nosebleed stun, and then there's the hunch over stun, I think it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But yeah, so if I were to record Mr. Big Guy, thank you. Oh shit. Alright, okay, do it again. I'm so used to string, I always die. Oh shit. Do that again. See? That's a special stun that my character did. Look how he's hunching over on his stomach, and he's plus 50. Yeah, so that's a special stun for Tekken. Now, there's a way to get out of that. You just press back or hold back, down back, and then you're -7. But yeah, this string has a lot of weaknesses, as you guys can see. It's a high, mid, if I remember correctly. Yeah, high, mid, high. And then he'll do that wait, that kick, and then he'll wait, and he'll either do a mid or a low. So they're both sidesteppable left and right, so it's very sidesteppable, as you can see. So they're both sidesteppable, both of these, the low kick and the mid kick. It's just the mid kick has a special hit stun property. Just be careful. If you do get hit by that high, that last high, then you're gonna get +6 right there. And you can't really do anything unless you want to take the hit. So say like I want to move, you can sidestep it. Yeah, but if you press a button, you're gonna get hit. So your best option if you get to, it's just sidestep and punish. That's the weakness of this. And then you can duck it. So yeah, this string I wouldn't really recommend. Only if your opponent does not know how to counter it, then use it. But other than that, this string is very shit. Same with this one, it's also shit. Only use this string at the wall. That is my only option and my only advice for this string. Because it wall splats, if I can get it. There you go. There you go. See, it does a lot of damage, of course. But if you just do it in neutral, like right around here, then if your opponent knows how to deal with it, you're going to get your ass punished. As for example, right there. Blah, blah, blah. Same thing. Life is great. Punish. And if I didn't block it, if I decide to block it, then I could just sidestep. Sorry, I'm really used to like ducking it all the time. But yeah, you can sidestep it. See? Like that. Now, let's do the low, because I know how some of you guys are like, yes, let me see that low guy. Alright, so here's a low. I think it's low parryable if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's low parryable. The only reason I say that, get hit. Yeah, you can still low parry it. It's like a little 50-50, I guess. It's like a shitty 50-50 though. So again, I wouldn't really recommend this string at all. Both of these strings, I would not recommend them at all. Because of that. Like if a person really, like your opponent really loud lay, and they're like, oh, you can't do these strings bad. I know you guy, your ass, complete trash, garbage. Then don't use these two specifically. They don't really provide you any frame advantage, so to speak. You're like -6, -10, same concept. I mean, the only thing I would take out of the string is that you can go into Tiger, which is 4 neutral, and then hold 4 and go into Tiger. Or you want to do a little frame trap, 4 neutral, 4 1, which is this. And then you'll be -1. But it's still nice. Now on hits, you're +5 if they don't block. You're neutral, you're at 0 if they don't block. You're -4 on the 3rd hit if you don't do shit. Even on hit, so you have to continue the string. So again, with that, between these two strings, because we'll strike, because the forfeit, it's a mid, but the forfeit on rush combo, mid kick and low kick is a high. As you can see, it's a high, mid, mid, high. High, mid, mid, mid. So you see what I'm getting at? He's an illusionary character. So it's like it's a 50-50 within the 50-50. It's like a weaker 50-50, and every time you go into another 50-50 within the 50-50, it gets more weaker by the next time. So again, these ones, all you have to do is duck and then sidestep at the end if you decide to block that hit. If you decide to block that high. If you block that high, you can sidestep both ways. It's sidesteppable. Doesn't matter. And you can launch them. So I think, oh yeah, no. There's more. Sorry. There's Dragon Spite. In the Lei community, or Tekken, this is called the Dragon Bitch Slap. And it's that very reason. You bitch slap the person. It's really nice. It's great. And the thing about this is that it provides a stun, and then you can go into a combo. It's really great. It's -9 or 1. I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's -2. My bad. My bad, guys. But yeah, there's no counter hit. Same thing. Nothing special. So there's that. I would say use this. It's actually pretty good. The only bad thing about it is just that it's a high. That's the only thing I would say. And on block, you're -2. You don't really lose your turn as bad, but it's still a good move to use. So I would recommend this move. Dragon Spark. So there's a little thing about Dragon Spark. So first of all, Dragon Spark is this. And it goes into Tiger. And it provides a wall splat, forgot to say. There's that. That's very important, especially at the wall. So say like my opponent's at the wall, I'm going to teach you some late tech right now. So, oh, he's out of line. Ugh. Thank you. Alright, so say like you're right here, you do Dragon Spark, hold forward, and you go into Tiger. And if you press Tiger 3 and hold 4, you can go into Sydney Snake. And then you press 1 plus 2, you can do a full combo. So for instance, that's a true combo. So I'll do it again for you. Don't. If my opponent was on line. But yeah, that is a true combo. There you go. That's a combo. So it's 48 plus 12. So you're 60 damage. But yeah. So that's a little cool combo. And on hit, it provides a lot of knockback. Look how far that is. It's about 4 distance. And you can go into Tiger Stance pretty easily if you get the hit. Now, if they were guarding and you don't go into Tiger Stance, it's -5. Now, if you do go into Tiger Stance, it's -11. So just take that in precaution. This is a good move, in my opinion, at least, because if you don't go into Tiger Stance, you still provide like some spacing between you two. So that's pretty good, in my opinion, at least. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I described a little bit about everything about Dragon stance. In my opinion, use Dragon stance a lot. This is a great stance if you want to get used to Lei. This is also another good stance to get used to for Lei, so you can adjust to his other stances, if that makes sense. Because a lot of new Lei players will only go to Tiger or Snake, and then do this shit, and then that shit. That's it. Get used to Dragon. Dragon is your best friend. So is Panther, so is Crane, and so is Drunken Fist, and Snake stance. But other than that, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about Lei, I will be doing Tiger probably tomorrow or the following week. And we'll describe more about strengths and weaknesses about Tiger stance. But other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any more comments or questions about Lei, feel free to type it in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out if you guys like my videos and watch my videos and all that good stuff. I appreciate it very much. It helps me out, helps the videos out, and it helps the new people who are learning how to play Lei and Tekken in general. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. But yeah, if you guys want more videos like this, do leave it in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we talk about Tiger stance. And Tiger stance is probably his best stance, in my opinion at least. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and catch you guys later. Yeah, that sounds about right. I need to get sponsored by someone who can give me a PC. That sounds weird. I just miss League of Legends and Valor, man. I just miss going to majors. Ah, damn you bills. Making me pay all the time. Damn you rents. All according to Keikaku, as they said. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.